0 to 100, real quick. Real quick. Real.
We'll be bringing you an interconference matchup in this one as the Warriors take to the road. You're in for a treat as we bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. You take a look at the Cavaliers, and with the top record in the East, well, there's no doubt that this is a top-caliber team.
Kevin, I tell you what, they've actually been terrific on their home court, and they're starting another homestand right now.
Yeah, and this has been their domain, no doubt about it. I mean, they've made this arena a very difficult one for you as an opponent to come in and have success. So the question is whether or not they can continue that dominance on this homestand.
Now, Golden State's starting five. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. And it's Barnes in at the 3 spot.
And doing some dirty work on the offensive glass.
And then follows it up, Greg, with heavy-duty jam on his mind with a terrific putback.
Got a pigeon on that one. Easy money right there, fellas. Going old school on you young fellas. Look that up, pigeon.
No one near Smith as he lets it go. Good, and the assist goes to James. And here are the Warriors now, coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
And, guys, you talk about ascendant stars in the NBA, none brighter than Steph Curry, the leading vote getter for the All-Star game a season ago. But what I love, he doesn't let it go to his head. I mean, he remains grounded and focused on winning.
The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Now it's ended down to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with head coach Tyronn Lue.
When I asked him what some of his main concerns are today, and he said they're dealing with a team that can really light it up from the perimeter. And therefore, it's essential that they not give up too many open looks from out there, or it could spell trouble all game long, Kevin.
Doris, thank you. Obviously, Clark, the 3-ball is a big concern for any defense.
Well, yeah, it is, Kevin, but the upside is you're not getting broken down in the lane and you're not giving them free throws, but you still have to challenge those shots.
Here's Curry, following the basket by LeBron James. Left side Curry, and it's Golden State with another.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. No one near James as he lets it go. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. Warriors have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. The drive by Green. Good D by Thompson. The Cavaliers trailing. Irving passes to James. Love outside. And he banks in the layup. Love's got his first bucket of the night.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Outside Curry. And Thompson sends it back. Irving dishes to Smith. Back to Irving. The screen from Thompson. Ring shot on the way. Irving can't get it to go.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Now here's James. Harrison Barnes missing his last shot. Thompson against Irving. Here's Love. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
And guys, one thing that we were treated with last year was Steve Kerr's great quotability in post-game interviews and pressers. He said all the right things and deflected praise like a coach who had done it for many years.
And Kerr is so good with the media because, Greg, he was a media member himself for so long. You know that as well as anybody. Clark, I don't think he ever tried his hand at broadcasting, though. I can't see him doing that, could you?
Yeah,
I
right,
know.
Right. Yeah, he probably just drone on as a broadcaster and would rarely contribute anything of note. Some guys have what it takes to call games,
Yeah.
and Steve just doesn't quite scratch me as that kind of guy.
No. Barnes hits them both. A nice bounce back year for Harrison Barnes, Clark, in year 3. Moved into the starting lineup last year and really responded.
Yeah, he did. I think he benefited from the new system. He was miscast as an isolation scorer, but when he can spot up for threes and catch the ball on the move, that's his game. Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
Livingston kicks to Iguodala. Fires for 3, and he gets it to go. Iguodala's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Harrison Barnes, very athletic. He certainly passes the eye test. And with his size, he can punish smaller wings and create mismatches. And then also he can play some small ball power forward at times as well with the way they like to space the floor. And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
And so it's Cleveland with it. Harrison Barnes missing his last shot. There's a minute left in the first. Dellavedova kicks to Mozgov. Nice work there coming off the screen. Mozgov's got his first bucket in this one.
And you talk about Harrison Barnes overall. He had a nice uptick in his rebounding last year, and that was a goal of his. He wanted to get his activity level up. And oftentimes the difference between being good and great is just making those small incremental improvements in different facets of your game.
Here's James after the basket by Timofey Mozgov. LeBron passes to Mozgov. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. LeBron's got his 3rd assist on the night.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
And, Greg, that's just good basketball. Come on, good basketball there. Clean look from that range. He's got to take it.
And again, it's the Warriors missing. Fry dishes to James. Can't get it to fall.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Cleveland ahead. They're up by 1. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range. He told us about his comfort stretching the floor.
Anywhere 5-6 feet outside that three-point line, if I have a dribble, if I catch and shoot, if I have a good look, I think Coach will allow me to take that shot. And it's tough to guard, especially when you see a couple go in. That basket gets a lot bigger.
I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry? And tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this splash brother to let her rip.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see?
A lot of tough D being played by them so far. It's been the difference maker.
Greg, no uncontested shots for the most part. That's why they've had success.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. Amon Shumpert is out there with Kevin Love. And it's Thompson in at the 5 down low. Now here's Curry following the miss by Kyrie Irving. And the wide open shot from Green. Rebound by Smith.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Now here's Shumpert looking for his first basket still in this one. Love with the screen on Curry. Just 5 on the clock. And it's Irving missing. And for Festus Ezeli, came in as an extremely raw prospect a couple years back, late first-round draft pick. His minutes were down actually last season, but his production was decidedly up.
Yeah, he went from 44 to 55% on field goals, from 53 to 63% on free throws, a testament to how much effort he's putting into developing that shooting stroke.
And, you know, going back to Ezeli, impressive physically, 7 foot, 7'6" wingspan, 5% body fat. If his skill set ever catches up with his natural gift, watch out, watch out.
Catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. Steve Kerr was just going over the plan with his team. He made sure that everyone was on the same page and that the offense needed to run through Stephen Curry. Coach said the first thing they should be thinking about is getting the ball in his hands and letting him lead the way on each and every possession. Guys, they're clearly hoping those changes have an effect even before this game makes it to halftime. Kevin?
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris.
And a footnote to Ezeli. One of his college administrators raved about his intelligence. He cited Ezeli's broad perspective on world trade, globalization, and I tell you what, if Ezeli keeps improving, he'll soon be a serious benefactor of the economics of American sports. Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Now here's Shumpert. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. It's a pick by Love. The shot's good from Smith.
And those are two teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Here's Thompson. A 17-point game for him in the win against Cleveland.
You know, and in watching that game, he did a really nice job of passing the basketball, scoring and setting up his teammates.
Now here's Curry. Shot from 12. That's good on the jump shot. Curry's got it all tied up now for the Warriors.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right there.
Irving against Thompson. Puts it up from 15. Second chance shot, and it's laid up and in by Thompson. Thompson's got his first points of the night.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Here's Rush. Lets the three fly, and there's Thompson. That's good on the assist by Rush. Thompson's got his first 3 points of the game. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. The shot's good from Love. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way. And for Kevin Love last season, he didn't want to be called a stretch four, but the numbers suggest he was exactly that. Nearly 1 out of every 2 shots he took was from 3, a much higher ratio than at any other time in his career. Taking a look here at the numbers for Curry. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run, averaging 25 points per, 6 assists, and 6 rebounds. He has been terrific throughout, putting up some huge numbers offensively.
Yeah, you know, you just plug him in. He's a flat-out scoring machine. When you plug him up, let him go.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Mozgov, he's checked in for Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. LeBron's checked in for Shumpert. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving. Now here's Spates. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. As Greg was talking about Clark back to Love, it wasn't his choice to camp out from three last year. It was designed that way to create operating space for both LeBron and Kyrie.
Yeah, and you think about it, it's hard to ask a successful post player not to play to his strengths, but Love made the sacrifice, and I don't think he gets enough credit for that, Kevin.
Fry with the ball. Headed by Green. Smith, no luck.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often.
Here is Livingston. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. This is to Spates. Iguodala wide open. It's rebounded by Cleveland. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Yeah, not a very inspired performance for them, particularly when they were defending. They just gave that hostile crowd plenty to cheer for.
Yeah, they allowed a lot of free runs to the hoop, a lot of open jump shots, and in the end, the opponent's shooting percentage was through the roof. You can't win if your defense isn't better than that.
Here is Livingston after the basket by Timofey Mozgov. Livingston kicks to Spates. And here's Iguodala outside. Count the bucket. Iguodala's got 6 points.
Boy, what a significant turnaround here in the second quarter after only making 40% from the field in the first.
Smith outside. Pass to Fry. He kicks to Dellavedova. Smith dishes to Fry. Misses off the left iron.
I think in that situation, it was a nice try to create some space for himself with the fadeaway.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Spates kicks to Iguodala. Spates sets a screen for Iguodala. Off the pick. No good from Spates. Here's Smith. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Smith's got it all tied up now for Cleveland.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
It's a tie game here in Cleveland. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, I'm here with Steph Curry. And Steph, much of the stresses of the coach was talking about taking care of the basketball. What kind of work has this team put in, making sure everyone is doing their best to limit those turnovers?
I mean, you look at film, but it's just about in-game situations, just analyzing the situation and take care of the ball. Making sure that you make eye contact with the passes, and sometimes getting a shot up is better than giving it to them. So we got to just look at that and figure it out.
This team made savvy decisions all night, Steph. Thanks for the time. Guys, back to you.
Thanks so much, Doris, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back in there for the start of the third quarter after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end of the period with just a 1-point lead. They couldn't hold on to the slim lead they had at the start of the second quarter and headed into the locker room with the game all knotted up. What'd you think, Shaq, about Cleveland?
They played some solid team basketball, Arnie. Pretty good. They were sharing the ball. We saw some nice feeds, a lot of movement. It wasn't 5 individuals out there. It was one cohesive unit, and they got the assist to show for it. Their rhythm was nice.
And over to Kenny now. How'd you think the Warriors were playing?
Well, they didn't let this hostile crowd bother them at all. In fact, they seemed to feed off of that hostility. Plus, sometimes when you're away from home, those distractions, your family, your friends, your fans, you can concentrate better. Okay, wait, did I just say my family, friends, and fans are distractions? Okay, let's go to the next thing. Let's go.
And time now to send you back down to the floor with Kevin Harlan. We will see you after the game.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
Yeah, he's played just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. Barnes and Green of the forward set. And it's Bogut in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Taking a look back over the last month, Kevin, let's check out how Cleveland stacked up. Third in field goal percentage. Third in three-point field goal percentage. And they also show up as a team in the top 5 in scoring. Boy, this team is balanced and versatile offensively.
And let's give them some credit for that outstanding shooting percentage as well. I mean, they're working hard to take the smart shots, not just the first shot that presents itself. And I think that's really paying off.
The Cavaliers shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good.
You know, the Cavs had a slow start to last season compared to how everybody thought they would play. Still, it was the best start for Kevin Love in his career and would end up being the most winning team he's played on. Says something about how long he's waited for success.
That's a 2 from Smith. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
Yeah, no doubt about that one with the over-the-back call.
Yeah, it looked like he wanted to take him for a ride right there. Easy call.
Golden State's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. There's the feed to Thompson. Barnes against LeBron from 18 feet away. And James pulls it down. LeBron's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And Love, who would also go on to make his first postseason appearance, played in the first round last year. It was a complete 180 for him in what he was used to at Minnesota.
And even though there were ups and downs for Love last season, you know that he must have enjoyed winning for a change. And being in the league so long without making the playoffs, he finally got a chance to play in the postseason.
Curry gets the bucket. Curry's got 10 points in the game.
His performance today has just been so important. What a luxury to have a guy that's that dependable.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. I got a chance to hear what the Cavaliers head coach was saying to his team. The focus of the discussion was getting their offense to run through Love. Coach is looking for him to take on a lot of responsibility when they've got the ball, to be a leader at the offensive end. Perhaps the rest of the second half will look different after those adjustments, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris. Poked away. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Curry wide open, and he misses the go-ahead basket.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
James against Barnes. LeBron outside. He feeds it to Thompson. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. James has got 5 assists in the game.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man. Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted, and it's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, you know, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr was going over with his team. He made sure that everyone was on the same page and that the offense needed to run through Stephen Curry. Coach detailed the ways to ensure he's the one in charge out there, with the ball in his hands and the rest of the players falling in line behind him. Those could prove to be crucial changes to their strategy, with this game getting ready to enter the stretch drive, Kevin.
And thanks for that story, Doris.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Irving. No good. So Golden State will take it the other way. Their last encounter was in Oakland.
A huge margin of victory for them when these two teams squared off last, and they got scoring from up and down their lineup.
Yeah, the reserves, the guys coming off the bench, Greg, made their presence felt. And, of course, with their big lead, they were able to give the bench a lot of run.
Now Irving, following the miss by Draymond Green from deep.
Kyrie Irving made his first playoff appearance last season with the Cavs, and individually got a big $90 million max extension as well. He's in a really good spot in his career at this point.
Thompson passes to Bogut. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Bogut's got his second bucket.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
For Cleveland, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. And speaking of Irving's star status, last season a signature shoe in his name. I see, in fact, that you and Clark are wearing them tonight. That's always a big deal.
That's an elite club to me, and only the true superstars get that kind of status. He certainly got the flash to go with the substance.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Fry comes in for Thompson, and it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Shumpert. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Golden State. Here's Dellavedova. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Here's Irving. From 12 feet out. It's rebounded by Golden State. Green's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
You know, not only is the game neck and tight, but the rebounding battle is too. Extremely close on the board.
It's been brutal in terms of the physicality down low.
Here's James following the basket by Draymond Green. Curry against Irving. Love outside. There's a screen. 5 on the clock. Cleveland gets it back. And another shot. And Thompson sends it back. Curry dishes to Iguodala. Misses from short range. The Cavaliers trailing. Dellavedova kicks to Irving. Passes to James. Lets it go from 11. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Curry kicks to Green. It's good from long range. Green's got the lead up to 3 now for the Warriors.
There is no way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report?
And the basket good. And that's now 9 points for Kevin Love.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
Outside Curry. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. And the Warriors lead by 2. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Love with the screen on Curry. Irving passes to Love. Pulls up, high post. Love with another miss. Golden State's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Outside Curry. Takes the three. Another three for Golden State. 6 seconds left in the third quarter. LeBron, that's a two-pointer. No good. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Warriors lead by 5. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. Warriors leading by 5. Thompson down low with Mozgov. Dellavedova and Smith are the guard tandem. And it's Shumpert in at the small forward position. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Nice job coming off that screen. Barbosa's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Warriors. Cavaliers shooting about 42% so far. The screen from Thompson. Dellavedova dishes to Thompson. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova.
I tell you what, you don't want to allow too many of those kinds of baskets with the game on the line.
This is when the defenders really have to protect the basket. You need to be in sync as a unit defensively.
Here is Livingston. There's the pass to Spates. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And Maurice Spates last season with the best year of his career. I mean, he shot the cover off the ball and did a nice job on the boards as well.
Greg, you were just talking about Mo Spates. Clark, he has a great mid-range jump shot.
He does, and they actually call him Mo Bucket. But he actually played so well last season, they even threw in Mo VP from time to time.
And the second free throw, good. Here's Dellavedova. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Pass to Mozgov. And stolen by Spates. Now Barbosa feeds it to Spates. Back to Barbosa. Spates sets a screen. Barbosa kicks to Spates. 13 feet away. Hits the front of the rim and out.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
It's Mozgov, high post. He dishes it to Smith. Thompson inside. Spates there. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Thompson.
Well, as for them being behind in this game, you certainly can't put any of it on his shoulders. He's been tremendous offensively.
Fans, you gotta get loud. Come on, let's have a round of applause for the Cavalier girls. Find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Guys, I got a chance to hear what Steve Kerr was saying to the team. He told the players, let's put our foot on them and keep them down. We've got them exactly where we want them. I want to see you guys slow the pace, use the clock, and stay away from any silly fouls.
Thanks again, Doris. Now, here is Barbosa. Back to Iguodala. Here's the three. And that one's good. Iguodala's got the lead up to 8 now for the Warriors.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Iguodala against Shumpert. Clock at 6. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Thompson misses. Warriors leading by 8. Here's Livingston. Kicks it to Barnes. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Picked by Mozgov. Dellavedova, the pass to Mozgov. That's good.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Here's Iguodala after the basket by Timofey Mozgov. Barbosa kicks to Iguodala. Again, Iguodala missing. The Cavaliers trail by 8. Smith outside. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's Dellavedova. Beyond the arc. And it's Spates with the rebound.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks.
James checked in for Cleveland. Golden State also making some changes. Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Spates. And Ian Clark subbed in for Leandro Barbosa. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Iguodala outside. Ezeli gets the bucket.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
LeBron dishes to Dellavedova. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Smith. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. James has got 6 assists now in the game. Warriors leading by 8. Here is Livingston. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
And they've made the long range look like a layup at times in this one, guys.
Something that also stands out tonight is the number of assists they have. I mean, that's a mark of a good club.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. Kevin Love's checked in for Mozgov. And Irving subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. Different look here for the Warriors. Andrew Bogut checked in for Ezeli. Draymond Green comes in for Andre Iguodala. Thompson, he's checked in for Ian Clark. And Steph Curry subbed in for Harrison Barnes. James, who's checked in for Sean Livingston. .136 left in the fourth quarter. Irving passes to LeBron. He's looking for Love and finds him. And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Warriors leading by 10. Curry with it. Now the dish to Thompson. Back to Curry. Pass to Bogut. And he slams it one-handed.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Cleveland now. Time running out.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Warriors.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Shot quality and better overall shooting.
And it's pretty incredible when you look at the body of work this year, guys. I mean, when they hit 70 wins, we were astounded. And then now, the wins continuing to pile up in what's been truly a remarkable and special season.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Curry. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Now here's Curry, following the shot by Tristan Thompson. Curry kicks to Green. Count that one. And the Warriors lead by 14.
And the fans already heading for the exits, clearly not pleased with the way things turned out today.
Well, Greg, this was a well-deserved win. I mean, they came into this building and acted like it was their home turf. I mean, they were the ones calling the shots and controlling everything.
Shooting for Cleveland, LeBron James. At the line for two.
The first one falls. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Here's Barbosa. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Yes, Kevin, thank you. I'm with Klay Thompson. You were all over the place tonight, getting it done for your team. How do you prepare for this next game?
It's tough, but, you know, for me, I got fresh young legs. We're not playing heavy minutes, so I'm excited. And they got us at their place, but, you know, we're looking for redemption.
Thank you, Klay. We so appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
Doris, thank you as always. And that about does it for the final game of the NBA regular season. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. And standing by for the postgame show, let's head over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Stephen Curry. He made all the key plays every step of the way. They depend on him to deliver these sorts of performances, and he helped carry his team tonight. What'd you think, Shaq?
There was nothing they could do to slow him down, Ernie. Man, go into a building on the road and completely control the action like he did. Only a few players could do that, Ernie. I'm impressed.
I will say this about Steph Curry. There is no player in the league more capable of single-handedly taking over a ball game than he is. What I mean is, Steph Curry's hot. Is hotter than anyone else is hot. He can beat you with his feet, his mind, his shot. The only thing you can be sure of is that he will beat you.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.